I'm giving away some great information that's going to help you leverage Google to get more customers. That way you can make more money. Get out the notepad, take notes, because this video will help you out for sure. But before that though, if you're interested in parking lot striping and specifically how to get more customers for your striping business using Google, Facebook, assessors maps, email marketing, and much more, be sure to check out the How to Stripe course. It will be the first link in the pinned comment section and the description. Or if you're interested in getting some in-person training and want some hands-on experience in the field, you can text me as well, letting me know that you're interested in getting access to that information. But this is an investment. If you're really not serious about making the commitment for the in-person classes, you can always just grab the How to Stripe course. 68% of y'all watching the channel are not subscribed. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell icon. Let's get to the video. What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to be giving you 5 tips that are going to help you get more Google reviews, which are going to give you more customers, help you make more money, and be better off for your business. And I can only tell you guys what has worked for me. Some people disagree with me when it comes to leveraging Google, building social proof, and then getting more customers that way. A lot of people say, well, why do you have to use Google? Why don't you just hustle and hand out business cards and hand out flyers and drive around town and knock doors? And that sounds cool, but I don't know about you guys, but my time is super valuable. Okay. And if I can get all of that organic traffic coming to me without me having to invest a lot of time driving around, wasting gas, handing out cards, so on and so forth, if I can save time by not doing that in leveraging Google, that means I can allocate that time saved into other avenues that are going to generate me more income. With that being said, I can only tell you guys what has worked for me. And I promise you, if you follow the advice that I'm going to give you, you will, without question, make more money. Okay, so number one, first, I know this is going to sound very simple, but you need to make sure that you have a Google business profile properly set up and verified. A lot of people out there are missing out on so much organic traffic every single week by just not having their Google business profile set up. And I understand it can be a headache at times. You got to send a verification video. You have to verify that you are a legitimate business to some extent by taking pictures and videos and going through the verification process. And a lot of people get hung up there at the verification process and then just give up and say, well, what's the use? Because obviously it's difficult. Well, it is difficult at first, but you don't want to quit. Don't quit. Do not quit and get frustrated and then go, well, this didn't work, so then I'll try something else. Okay, that's being lazy. And you don't want to be lazy, because by not being diligent in setting up that business profile, you guys are missing out on tons of organic traffic. People reach out to me and they say, Chris, I'm struggling. I don't have enough leads coming in. I'm not able to sustain myself. And the first question I ask them is, are you on Google? And you would be surprised that a lot of people are not on Google. And their excuse is, well, I tried to go through the verification process, but it took a little bit longer than expected, and I'm still not verified, and I'm just running into issues. So I just haven't done it yet. And that is not a sufficient excuse, okay? If you're a small business owner and you don't have a lot of people on staff, you got to wear many hats. You have to perform operations. You have to perform the administrative work. You have to perform the estimating and quoting. You have to perform the scheduling, the marketing, the SEO, advertisement, everything. If you're a small business owner and you're doing everything, you have to wear multiple hats. Therefore, the excuse of it was kind of difficult, so I just never did it, is not sufficient. Okay? And there are people who have been in business for multiple years that still have a full-time job, and they've never broken away from their full-time job simply because they have not verified themselves on Google to get organic traffic. You need to make sure that you have a Google business profile. Number 2, after you have set up your profile, you need to make sure that you do good work. That kind of seems very simple, but you know whether or not the job that you have done for whatever customer it is that you're servicing, you know whether or not that you can stamp your approval on this project. Okay. There have been lots of projects that I have got done with, struggled on, and then looked at it and said, I'm really not excited about this project, but I've invested so much time that we've got to wrap it up. I can't keep wasting time on this project. I know what it's like to be on a job and you not be super excited about the job that you did. I understand that. But you need to make sure that you're doing good work, because after you do good work, number one, you want to get paid. But number two, you want to leverage a review, because I promise you guys, if you're just starting out and you do not have any business experience, every single customer matters. It doesn't matter if it's $50, $500, $5,000. Every customer is critically important to the success of your business, because it's not just how you get paid, but it's leveraging their experience that they had with you in order to generate more income on the back end by leveraging the social proof that you get from them. That's why this is super important. And we just need to make sure that we do good work anyways. I mean, we don't want to run a sloppy company and then not do good work and then create a bad reputation, okay? You need to make sure that we do good work on the projects. Number 3, if you're looking to level up and cash in on some big ticket customers, then consider checking out the How to Stripe marketing pack, where people like Garrett that got $18,000 worth of work off of what he learned from the training said, "It's all good, bro, no worries. I've already made $18K this off season in the past month from using your marketing videos. I'm more than satisfied." Or like John that made $15K from the training. He said, "I've landed over $15,000 on 2 jobs in less than a week using the marketing technique you teach in your online course. I'm waiting to hear back from 4 more potential customers who got bids. I can't believe it. By far the cheapest, easiest, and best results I've got from advertising for my company. Thanks for making the course available." Or like Jamie that landed a $34,000 school district. He said, "I'm so happy. Just got confirmed I landed a $36,000 school job. I'm so happy. 7 schools in total starting sometime next week. And right now, we're doing a discount for the marketing pack. So if you send me a text message or an email letting me know that you've seen this video and want access to the marketing pack, we can get it to you. That way you can start leveling up and landing bigger customers." All right, let's get back to the video. You need to make sure from the quoting process to the completion needs to exceed customer expectations. All right. For example, let me just tell you guys what I do personally. What I do personally is from the moment a customer calls, right when they call me, I say, "Hey, thanks for calling today. Just for calling, we're going to give you a free 35-page book packed with statistical data to help you make a more informed decision, because we want to make sure that you pick the right contractor for the job, because we wouldn't want your parking lot to get messed up by some sloppy contractor that doesn't know what they're doing." And then before I ever even touch the site or send out a quote, the customer who called me, because we're ranked number 1, they've already gotten a free book from me before I've ever even touched the site. Okay? That's a plus. Then if I go and touch the site or it's a big ticket job, I'll fly my drone in the sky and take pictures and videos. Okay? Now, when I'm sending my quote, I'm attaching drone pictures of what the property looks like from the sky. And if it's a big ticket item, I'm going to create a video presentation. That way, when I do send off the quote, I'm attaching drone pictures, a video presentation, any code violations. Then when I finally send it off, they've already got a 35-page book, drone pictures and videos, any code violations that I found on the property, as well as a free estimate. So by the time they've gotten done dealing with me, I've given them 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of free information. Now, do we close every single one of our customers that come through our pipeline? Well, no, because people are cheap and sometimes people are just going to pick cheap contractors because they're cheap customers. Not every customer is your customer. But when you guys are just starting out, let me say this: every customer is your customer. When you're just starting out, you don't get the opportunity to pick and choose who you want to work for, because every single customer that comes into your pipeline is critically important. I was talking to a coaching client the other day that sent off a $17,000 quote. After he sent off the quote, he never got a call back from the customer. Never got a call, never got an email, never even tried to reach back out to him. Probably because he was charging too much. And my response to him was, would you rather lose 17,000 or would you rather make 10,000? Now, when we put things in that perspective, it shows us how important each and every customer is that we deal with. So from the quoting process to completion, you need to exceed the customer expectations. That way, now we go into number 4. When you send the review link after each job, they can go, wow, dealing with this company, they have done such an amazing job. It is a no-brainer to send the review link. Listen, if anybody understands about being busy and just being overwhelmed with work and quoting and everything like that comes with running a business, trust me, I know what it's like. But it literally takes 2 seconds for you guys to send out a review link. There is no excuse whatsoever to not be able to send out a review link. It takes 2 seconds. And then while you're dealing with them from quoting to completion, you can be putting it in their mind, hey, if you're satisfied with the service, just please make sure that you leave us a 5-star Google review. It's super important. We're a small business, and every single customer interaction with us, it means so much. We would be so thankful if you would just take a few seconds when we're done with the project, if you're satisfied, to leave us a review. Make sure you're sending the review link after each job. And I'd venture off to say this, that if you exceed customer expectations, when you send that review link, they will make sure to do it, because they know that dealing with you, you have exceeded their expectations. Because if they would have picked another contractor, which most people do, most contractors just send off a quote, nothing attached to it, nothing good. And yeah, they're a lot cheaper and they might get the job. You need to drill this down. The only way they're going to be able to beat me is because of pricing. I've told that to people before. I have friends that live in the same exact area that I do, and they say, Chris, I'd feel bad if I ever had to compete against you. And I say, hey, don't feel bad, because you can only beat me on price. You'll never be able to exceed the value that I'm able to give my customers. Send the review link after each job. No excuses. Just drill that in the process. And I'll say this: if you guys use Quote IQ, one of my favorite things about Quote IQ is not just the lead source information where you can track your leads and see where it's coming from, but also the review multiplier. That way, after they pay with a credit card, if you go up in Quote IQ and set up the review multiplier, it immediately takes them to a page where they can leave a review for your company. The review multiplier has helped us out tremendously, because if I forget to send the link, and sometimes I do, that review multiplier just directly takes them to pay it if they pay with a credit card. Send the review link after each job, and I promise you, if you do what I'm telling you, it'll work. Lastly, number 5, I want to say, make sure that you follow up with them. If it's been 2 days and you haven't heard anything, make sure that you follow up. Send them a call, send them a text message or an email, and just say, hey, I know that we had talked about maybe you leaving us a Google review. I haven't seen it come through yet. If there's any way you could just take a few brief seconds and just leave us a review, I would greatly appreciate it. And then resend the link. Make sure you follow up. But let me say this: don't do more than 2 follow-ups. And then since you're getting on their nerves, they get annoyed that you won't leave them alone. But make sure that you follow up with your customers. That way you can make sure that you get a review, because every single customer, when you're just starting out, is super important. So follow up, and don't do any more than 2 follow-ups. Pick what you want to do. Give them a call, send them a text message, an email, or whatever the case may be. But make sure that you do no more than 2 follow-ups, because no review is better than a 4-star review. Okay. And guys, let me say this. I promise you, I have done this from personal experience. Doing what I've told y'all in this video has exponentially grew our business to what it is now. It's allowed me to quit my full-time jobs, allow people to work for me, and we get so much work that I stay busy all throughout the year. And we haven't even been doing this for 30 years like other people that I compete against. We're still a relatively new company, but we're getting all of the organic traffic now simply because I rank number 1. And so if you guys follow this advice, this free information that I'm giving you, do what I'm telling you in this video, and I promise you, you will experience success. Thanks for watching. We will see you in the next video.